Don't forget to hit up Rose NBA on Twitter. This man will grind it out for you. He'll do your spotlight sims and your 12 and O's. Whatever you need, he's got it. What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And we are back finally with a off-season realistic rebuild. We haven't done one in a while, and I will say I'm recording this on June 13th, at 1:30 p.m. before Bucks and Nets game 4. I think it's game 4. Yeah, game 4, and of course before Suns and Nuggets game 4. But I had to record this video because you know, you guys know I have a job now, so I have to record this video because I wake up super early, so I don't have time. So I'm recording this video under the assumption the Nuggets may get swept tonight. So hopefully you guys are going to see this video tomorrow. If not, if they somehow survive in game 4, you guys won't see this video for a while. So just keep that in mind as I'm recording this video. That is where we're at. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button. Of course, subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the road to 18,000 subs, and then after that's 20k. If you want to join that train, hit the sub button. For now, let's jump right into this one. This one should be relatively easy, obviously. So obviously for the Denver Nuggets, the injuries just hit them bad. Their rotation just wasn't the same in the playoffs. Jamal Murray was a very key piece. He was amazing in the playoffs last year for them in the bubble. So that was probably a huge piece they were missing in the playoffs. And then Will Barton wasn't even healthy. And you got PJ Dozier, who hasn't been healthy for them either. So unfortunately, the Nuggets just had the injuries, and that's just how it goes sometimes. So what I think, though, is I feel like Denver going into this offseason, I can see them making a little bit of a minor move, like maybe, you know, upgrading the bench, maybe getting a better starting shooting guard if they feel like Will Barton is just not the guy they want to start shooting guard anymore. There's just there's a lot of ways you can go about it. So although I really do think that Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon are still going to be here 1000%. Those 4 guys are going to stay on the roster. Monte Morris should be here as well. He stepped up big time when Jamal Murray's absence, at least against Portland. And yeah, so there's just some minor moves we can make in this first offseason for this team. As far as staff signing is concerned, they have him listed as Mike Malone here, man. He does not like Mike Malone. What are we doing? It's Michael Malone. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign. I can't make any offers. They grabbed the worst assistant coach you could possibly even think of. I'm not sure why 2K you know, just goes automatically to the worst coach you can even imaginally think of. But I'm gonna hire 2 different assistants, and we're cool with that. So Michael Malone is the head coach for this roster, and we're gonna go straight to the draft now. I believe the Nuggets should have a pick, but I could be totally wrong here. We have the 24th pick in the draft. Okay, so Bol, Zeke. Honestly, we could make a move right now, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and draft with this pick because Denver has had some luck drafting players who have slipped, like guys like Michael Porter Jr., who obviously looks awesome for them. Bol, who hasn't, not, you know, he's not really in the rotation necessarily, but for the most part, he's been he would be recognized as a steal because when he has gotten minutes, he's been interesting. So Davion Mitchell is a guy I'm looking at, and I kind of want to draft him at the shooting guard spot just because maybe he could take over that shooting guard spot for the Nuggets. So we're gonna go ahead and grab an interesting guard here at number 24. And I feel like Davion Mitchell is a guy that if he did fall this far would slip in the draft, and the Nuggets would be the beneficiary of it, and they get another shooting guard who fell down the board for them. So Davion Mitchell, welcome to Denver. Player options, we have Jermichael Green, accepting. He was actually sometimes very big off the bench. Facundo Campazzo, I'm not sure what they you know, if they're gonna bring him back. I imagine they would. Personally, I don't want to bring him back, but since I think the Nuggets might bring him back in real life, I'm gonna go ahead and bring him back. And then qualifying offers, we got none going on there. So free agency, as far as free agency is concerned, when we look at the roster right now, you got Jamal Murray, Monte Morris, Facundo Campazzo, you got Will Barton, Davion Mitchell, you got Michael Porter Jr., PJ Dozier, Aaron Gordon, Jermichael Green, and then obviously Nikola Jokic and Bol. So what I think can happen is obviously the Nuggets could go a number of ways. They could just continue with what they have and just hope it works out, or they can make an aggressive move and try to sign, you know, trade for a shooting guard who might be somebody that might be able to help them now, which honestly is kind of the route I kind of want to go here because I don't want to keep this team relatively the same, but I also kind of want to upgrade the team and grab a shooting guard who might be interesting for this Nuggets roster. Now, who would that be? I have no idea at the top of my head. They did trade Malik Beasley, who, you know, obviously has not played, you know, had an interesting year with the Timberwolves, with the suspension and all that. And I think there was some jail time or something along the lines of that. I don't know, man. But Bradley Beal obviously has been a huge rumor for the Nuggets for quite a while. I don't know if they have enough to pull that trigger anymore. But just looking around the league for some shooting guards. I mean, Colin Sexton might be available this offseason. You know, there's a number of ways we could go about this. We could definitely trade for a shooting guard right now and upgrade that shooting guard spot, and that would be kind of nice to do. which I am looking into that. I think that could be fun to do. I just don't know who it would be. At the top of my head, I see Malcolm Brogdon, and that could be interesting, but I'm not sure I want to do that because I feel like I trade for Malcolm Brogdon a lot. There's Eric Gordon from the Houston Rockets, who are going to be looking to trade him. He's coming off an injury, but we know Eric Gordon has shined in times, so he could be an upgraded shooting guard spot for them, surely. But looking at these options right now, I don't see anything that is jumping out at me. I kind of just want to give Davion Mitchell a chance, to be honest. I thought I might make a trade, but I'm not seeing anything that crazy, so I don't know if I will. So what I think I'm going to do, though, is if JaMychal Green goes down overall, I'm probably going to move Bol to the power forward spot. But I do want to go ahead, as far as free agency is concerned, Paul Millsap, I could see the Denver Nuggets re-signing him once again, but I think I'm going to move on from him this time. I'm going to use my mid-level to somebody that could be very nice for us off the bench. So immediately I see David Nwaba, and a 3-and-D player off the bench is always nice to have. You got a shooter like Doug McDermott who could be interesting off the bench for you. So honestly, Doug McDermott might be the route to go, because shooters are, you know, obviously awesome to have in the league. So let's gonna go ahead. We're gonna assign Doug McDermott to a bench piece for this Nuggets roster, who could be a really nice shooter off the bench for us, like I said. So that's nice, and then we can be very flexible with how we want to run our rotation this next year. So let's just go straight to player progression, to be completely honest with you. Kind of see how it treats us. So player progression, we have Jokic, of course. Michael Porter going up. He's going to continue to obviously be huge for this Nuggets roster. Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, obviously. Monty Morris. You got JaMychal Green, who stayed the same. Okay, Davion Mitchell joining us. Could be a very nice rotational piece. Bol, Zeke, and then Will Barton is going down overall. So you can kind of expect that. So we could probably use Will Barton's salary at the trade deadline to maybe make a big move if we didn't feel like we needed to re-sign him or didn't want to re-sign him. So yeah. Kind of like what we have going. So let's just go straight to trading camps. Then we'll use the untapped potentials that we do have. And of course, we'll simulate this next year and kind of see how things go for us without us making a whole ton of moves other than drafting like Davion Mitchell. So untapped potentials we can use. Obviously, I'm going to throw this one at Jamal Murray coming off an injury, sure. And then I'll throw the other one at Davion Mitchell, probably coming out of the league. So coming out of the draft. So Davion Mitchell, would love to see you become a huge part of this team. And looking at the rotation right now, so they do still want to start Will Barton, which is fine, I guess. Jamal Murray, Will Barton, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic, Monte Morris, Doug McDermott, JaMychal Green, Davion Mitchell, Bol. So I think I personally want to move Doug McDermott to the small forward spot because he goes up to an 80 overall. So that is an interesting thing for us. And then Will Barton still starting is interesting to me. Davion Mitchell is getting minutes, and then Bol. So I think eventually what I want to do is I kind of want to have Davion Mitchell and Bol overtake the minutes of JaMychal Green and probably Will Barton. But like I said, we do have room to maybe make a trade at the trade deadline if something becomes available to us. But might move this to a balance system, and that might end up changing how we run our rotation real quick, just because pace and space is cool and all, but balance we get a 4-star proficiency. So that is what I'm going to do. So changing the rotation, and it still has Will Barton in there, which is fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and simulate this first season. We could possibly stop at the trade deadline, like I mentioned, to upgrade this roster even further, but I'm gonna go ahead and just simulate for now, kind of see how things go, and if I like the vibes of maybe trading for someone, I'll do it. So we are at the trade deadline, and something I don't often do is Toronto is an interesting team right now because they're still struggling heavily. So would they ever consider trading a guy like Fred VanVleet, who I'm looking at heavily right now? Because like I said, I never trade for Fred VanVleet. There's also the Pacers with Malcolm Brogdon and Caris LeVert. Caris LeVert also is actually really interesting to me because he's 27. So you kind of wonder how much the Pacers want to build around a 27-year-old, right? So like Caris LeVert could be interesting. Fred VanVleet could be interesting as a guy we could target. There's obviously the Bradley Beal thing, but I don't think you could get Bradley Beal without giving up like Michael Porter Jr. or something like that, because the Wizards just wouldn't want to give him up for nothing. So I don't see how that happens, and it says this team will never trade Bradley Beal anyway. So I'm kind of leaning towards either Fred VanVleet here at the deadline or Caris LeVert. And personally for me, I feel like Indiana kind of needs a huge reset. So I feel like Caris LeVert would be more of a better option. I feel like he'd probably be the better option here, a more interesting option for Denver. So you kind of look at Caris LeVert for a team that's still struggling right now. He's averaging 15 points per game for the Nugget or for the Pacers. I keep saying Suns. So could I make a trade happen? I don't know. That's the question. So let's say we offer Will Barton, obviously, and then I'll offer you. I could offer like a Davion Mitchell, who's 22 years old. 12 points per game, but we'd be getting rid of our shooting guard depth like a lot there. So I could give them Zeke, Karis LeVert, Zeke, a 21-year-old center. I could give you like a 2022 unprotected, a 2025 unprotected. I don't know if they would do this for Karis LeVert, and then if I could throw another young player in there, I would. But let's see if they would do it just for this. And they agree. So we got Karis LeVert to become our starting shooting guard for this Nuggets roster. So we made an aggressive move, and we got Karis LeVert to join this rotation to make us more of a championship team. So I like that move personally. I think that makes us a lot stronger as a unit. And we're going to run a 9-man rotation now. We're going to shrink the rotation down just because we kind of want a best team going forward for the playoffs, obviously. And then you could maybe move Bol to power forward, who's up to an 82 overall. That might make, okay, that does make him the starter. So good. So Bol, 82 overall, Doug McDermott, Monty Morris, Davion Mitchell. So yeah, a very interesting rotation we have going for us. 4-star at balance. Karis LeVert joining the team makes us a very interesting roster. So we're going to go ahead and simulate to the rest of the regular season. We're 35-17 right now. I imagine with Karis LeVert joining us, that makes us even better. So hopefully we end up finishing the season on a very high note, and we're a championship contender going into the playoffs. West, MVP goes to Trae Young, Cunningham Rookie of the Year, Murray 6-man, Ice Defensive Player, Colin Sexton Most Improved, and Coach of the Year goes to Stan Van Gundy. So of course the Pelicans are on their high horse here in 2K. That's just the way things go. Nikola Jokic makes it all NBA second team, and then here's your all NBA third team, all defense first team, all defense second team. So we are the third seed in the West going up against the Memphis Grizzlies, which is not an easy matchup. Memphis is pretty good in 2K usually. So we had 23.5 from Nikola Jokic. We had 23 from Jamal Murray, 17 from MPJ, and then Karis LeVert with 15, Aaron Gordon with 11, yeah, Mitchell with 11, so 10. So we have a lot of contributing players here, and I'm really excited for this playoffs because I feel like we are a championship team. If you get a team like this, Denver, into the postseason like this is definitely a team that could contend with them all. I mean, Michael Porter Jr. would have to step up even more than he already has. Jamal Murray, of course, is going to be here this time. So I like our chances, but you never know with 2K, man. You just never know. So this should be a matchup where we should win. We're the better team. But hey, like I said, you never know, man. So let's go ahead and simulate game 1. Let's just see how things go. We're down 1-0, start things off. That's not a good sign. We lose by 3. Sure. Okay, maybe they just got a lucky win in game 1. Game 2, we even it up. That's good. That's a good sign. 30 from Jamal Murray, 27 and 15 from John Morant. Game 3, they're up 2-1. So at that point, I'm getting scared, and I'm going to shorten my rotation to an 8-man because we're going to play our 8 best players the best minutes we can. So let's go game 4. And we're down 3-1. So that is not a good sign of things, obviously. So let's see if we can maybe make a 3-1 deficit comeback. I doubt it because 2K just isn't friendly to me most of the time. So 106-136, Nikola Jokic goes demon mode, 40 and 12 for him. And here we are in game 6 to hopefully force a game 7. And let's see if we can force a game 7 or if we're going to go home in the first round. And we're going to go home in the first round. No surprise. That's obviously 2K. That's just the way 2K treats me in this game. So, but I feel like Denver is a better team. I feel like if this matchup happened in real life, Denver wins that series. That's why I think anyway. LA and Miami. So we got the battle of the bubble, which was interesting. Draft lottery. As far as the lottery is concerned, I believe we traded our pick to the Pacers here. So they're going to have 2 picks in this draft. They have number 3, and they also get number 26 from us. So good for them. Staff signing Michael Malone. We'll keep that all the same. Obviously, we're going to get a good trainer. That way we have a good trainer, good trainers, good training camps. There we go. NBA draft. I believe we might have a second here. We do not. Okay. So it's going to go straight past the drafts on player options. And qualifying offers, Bol, Michael Porter Jr. Bring them both back, of course. And then free agency ahead of us. We have Michael Porter Jr. is a free agent. Aaron Gordon's a free agent. So I feel like Denver, I would be very interested in re-signing Aaron Gordon, of course. And so let's sign Aaron Gordon to like a 4-year, $17 million. I feel like that's fair. I just want to make sure I'm not renouncing anybody of importance. So that's fair. We'll get Aaron Gordon back, and we'll sign. And Michael Porter Jr. is going to offer sheet, of course. We're going to sign Michael Porter Jr. because we don't want to lose him. That would be a terrible idea. So MPJ comes back, and then Bol, of course, is a restricted free agent who's asking for a ton of money. But looking at the roster right now, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So technically, we literally just need Bol back, and I feel like we have our 9-man rotation for this year. So if we can get Bol back, that would be great, and then we can just kind of move on. I mean, we could strengthen our roster even more, really, if we wanted to. But Bol comes back, and then player progression, boom. So I'm ready to run it back, because I feel like we got a fluke simulation in the playoffs this last season. So hopefully, this next season, we run it back with this roster, playing a full season together, and we'll hope for good things to come. That's what my hope is. That's what I'm praying for. I feel like we should be better than it showed in the playoffs last year. So let's throw some potential at. Let's throw it at Levert. Why not? We got 3 training camps, so might as well use them. We'll throw one at Bull. And we'll throw the last one at Aaron Gordon, because Bull might be starting over him this year. I'm not sure how I feel about that. He is. You know, I guess that could happen one day. But I do like Aaron Gordon in for the Nuggets. I feel like he's been awesome for them. We're running 9-man rotation again. Proficiency-wise, balance. We're a 4-star at balance, so I'll leave it at balance. We're going to simulate this season once more. Bull is the starter now. Can we go all the way this time and not get eliminated in the first round? That would be awesome. Let's see what happens, and hopefully this team is able to prevail, and we make it all the way to the NBA Finals and win a championship. We get another Nikola Jokic MVP season. We're the first seed in the West. We're on top of the world right now. It's just a matter of getting into the playoffs and not getting smoked by the 8th seed. As we all know, that happens to me a lot. Mike Malone, Coach of the Year, 64-18. So yeah, we had a really good year, man. This is kind of what I wanted to see. Nikola Jokic on NBA first team, of course, because he was the MVP. On NBA second team, on NBA third team, all defensive first team, all defensive first team, I should say, and all defensive second team. So let's go look at our roster. So 64-18. Going up against the Golden State Warriors team that might still have Stephen Curry, so that's a little scary to think about. But 24 from Nikola Jokic, 22 from Jamal, 16 from MPJ, 15 from Levert, 13 from Bull as a starter, and 11 from Aaron Gordon. So I'm sure Bull jumping in here as an 85 overall has definitely helped out our strength of this roster. Davion Mitchell, Doug McDermott, and Monte Morris. So let's go ahead, man, and see if we can beat Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson Warriors. So this definitely makes me nervous. They have Jalen Suggs too, man. And Keon Johnson, like, you can't make this up, man. Are we gonna lose to the 8th seed? Somebody current round, and it's okay. Thank the Lord. I thought we were gonna lose to the 8th seed, man. That matchup is over. I feel like we're in the clear now. Come on, man. All right, so I feel like we're in the clear, but now I'm playing a San Antonio Spurs roster who has Chris Paul. You know, Chris Paul just makes everything better, apparently. So, you know, I feel like that Warriors roster was a little bit scarier, but hey, you never know. Somebody current round against the San Antonio Spurs, and okay, it is a 2-2 series, and I'm nervous. So simcasting with this one because I am not trying to lose in the playoffs this year. So can we take care of the Spurs, put them to rest, and go to the Western Conference Finals this year? And we do. 107-152. That's a good sign. Can we go ahead and finish them off in Game 6? No, we're going to a Game 7. Man, that's annoying. Okay, well, here we are in Game 7, man. Let's go. It's now or never. In Denver, we don't lose these. We don't lose these. Come on. We don't lose these. All right. And yes, we take care of business. Okay. 132-134, 28 points from Bull and 10 rebounds. So Bull was the savior of our Game 7 team. And now we get to play the New Orleans Pelicans. As we all know, the Pelicans are always a cheat code at this point in the game. But hey, I feel like we have a pretty good roster to compete with them. Jackson Hayes is not going to be able to stop Jokic. Obviously, I don't know if we're going to be able to stop Zion. But hey, and then Boston and Brandon Ingram, Lonzo. So that's a really good Pelicans roster we're looking at right now. Let's go ahead and see what happens. So game 1, we're gonna see what happens. We go up 1-0, so that's a good start. 30-30 for Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. That's exactly what you would love to see out of your superstar duo every single time in a playoff game. Unfortunately, it just doesn't always happen that way. 29-26, and you know, they put up some points, but we were just better that night. Okay, game 2, we're up 2-0, 33-7. Jamal Murray, 24. Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic just played that triple-double role this time around. Cool, totally fine with that. And Bull 13 rebounds. Boston again was awesome. Zion was awesome. So let's see what happens in game 3. And we're up 3-0, so that's awesome. 33 from BJ Boston, 29, 12, and 10 from Nikola Jokic. Aaron Gordon, 27 and 3. Do we sweep them? Yes, we do. We're on to the NBA Finals, and we get to play the Brooklyn Nets, of course, the Nets. So they have DeLon Wright, James Harden, Kevin Durant, DeAndre Jordan. Okay, I feel a little bit better. They don't have Kyrie Irving as well, so I feel like we stand a chance here. So game 1, they're up 1-0. As I say that, Nikola Jokic has the game of his life. We lose by 1 point. Okay, we lose by 1. Kevin Durant, James Harden had a great game. Sure. Okay, game 2, we even it up. Good. Okay, I was about to say, we can't go down 2-0. That's just not going to work. So Jokic showing us why he was the MVP. And then James Harden, 38, 29. So they had a good game, but unfortunately, we're just better. Game 3, we're up 2-1. That's awesome. Kevin Durant, 25, 22, and 10. Game 4, we're up 3-1. That's good. Okay, now we're going to simcast. And let's see if we can put them to bed here in is this game? I think it's game 5. It's game 5. Okay, game 5. It looks like we have a pretty good lead. It looks like we're going to win this one. That's awesome, man. That's freaking awesome. All right, man. Let's jump in and get some gameplay to end off this video. I don't feel like I've been recording that long. But hey, we're finally going to win a freaking championship, bro. Damn, man. I feel like it's been so long. I feel like I've had crashes on 2K. And just, I recorded a Kawhi Wars rebuild. And that rebuild just went totally south. Yeah, there was just a lot of circumstances that have come up. But hey, James Harden's trying to sauce up Jokic. And yeah, he kind of did. But hey, it's okay. We're up 3-1. And we're about to win this game. So, all right, man. Let's go, Jamal Murray. Give me some pick and roll with Nikola Jokic. Why not? We can do that. All right. Nikola Jokic. They're going to leave Murray kind of open. I'm just going to go ahead and dust him. 122-102. Jamal Murray gets the dunk. And Denver is already kind of letting it sink in that, hey, we're about to be champions, man. We're about to be champions. It could have been this year, man. You never know. Western Conference is wide open right now, to be honest with you. With, obviously the LA teams, adversity. Lakers got eliminated in the first round. And you got the Clippers still down 2-1. Who knows? Maybe the Jazz win game 4. You never know with that. So this could have been the year, man, that the Nuggets made a run, but unfortunately they just had injuries. Just the way of basketball, unfortunately. All right. Ooh, Paul. Wait, that's Deion Waiters. I thought that was okay. Well, that's Deion Waiters' career for you. But hey, I thought that was Paul Millsap for a second. Okay, 104-122. I got distracted. My apologies. Ersan Ilyasova is about to win a ring. Jerian Grant's about to win a ring. And then, is that LaMelo Ball right there? No, it's Doug McDermott. I'm stupid. Okay. Kind of look like LaMelo from my angle. Not going to lie. Lou Williams is on the roster too. Man, Brooklyn's got a squad out here. Hey, they can score all they want, but this game is over, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully, you guys get to see it today. Like I said, I'm recording this in hopes that Denver does get eliminated in 4 games. Because if they don't, I don't have a backup plan for a video. So, hopefully it's fine. Hopefully, it's fine. Hopefully, we see... Denver get eliminated and everything just works out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. But for now, this is Crushables. I'm saying peace.